Hey Vivek, I guess you're on call.
Yeah, Arindam.
Do start your video when you present, okay? Hello, Suresh.
Hello.
Okay, now again, once again, somehow people are in the waiting room, though let me admit them. Hello, Tashi.
Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Hi.
So, yeah. So today, Vivek and Siddhant from Glific will be presenting. I'm Ranjana and I am the biz dev person for Glific.
Okay. Hi, Vivek. Hi, Siddhant. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
So can you
Hi,
tell us a
Krishna.
bit about yourself, which NGO and what is your interest in Glific? While others join, we might as well chat.
Yeah, sure. So actually, I've joined the Apprentice project recently in the product team, and considering my managers aren't available today, so like what new developments are going on within the Glific, so sort of a note-making exercise. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And TAP is quite an advanced user of Glific, and we collaborate on a lot of new feature development also. So it's good to have you on.
Yeah, thank you.
And Suresh Chaudhary, would you like to introduce yourself? You're on mute. Suresh, you're on mute. If you're.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm basically from Arman, and we are looking at this platform Glific, and I really don't know how I got this invite, and I'm here in the call today. So
Okay.
basically, just to explore how Glific is, and how we can make use of it in our program. That's the whole idea.
Right. Actually, since we are in discussions about how we can work together, I generally use the the leads. I send it to everybody that we are talking to, the introductory invite, webinar invite, and then if anybody attends the introductory webinar or registers for it, I also send them the advanced webinar. So that's how you got it.
Okay.
So you do use IVR for communicating with your people, your beneficiaries, actually, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so recently we've introduced some good features on IVR. How you can use the same IVR number to do WhatsApp also, and some amount of integration. So you might find Vivek's segment relevant. And Siddhant will be talking on mapping data based on locations. So I think that would be of generic interest too, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there are some people who are waiting in the room, 5 of them. I think we have quite a few people. Vivek, do you think we should start?
I think let's wait for a minute. Let's start at 3-4.
Actually, आपके agenda में था ना, sir, about a dinner meeting or something like that. So, did you have some?
Huh? Sorry.
Priyanka, we didn't get it. Like, can you explain it a bit?
Maybe she was talking to somebody else and forgot to mute herself.
Yeah, I was just thinking if we could have a team meeting or something like that.
Glific team meeting? I'm not clear. Priyanka, are you speaking to us? Probably not. Anyway, I think I'll mute Priyanka because I'm not sure. And I think we can start, right?
Yeah, sure. So let's get started.
Oh.
So yes, yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Vivek, and I'm a part of the Glific team. I mostly lead and manage the consulting projects in which NGO who have some requests to use Glific. So I take lead and manage those projects. So recently, as Glyphic as a platform is evolving, and we always try to look for possibility to integrate with other platform as well. So IVR is something that we figured out, might some of the NGOs have been using it and using it to connect with their beneficiaries. So we try to see that if we can explore it a bit more and try to integrate it with Glyphic, and how we can expand the reach of the NGOs, or maybe help them with where they can use WhatsApp and IVR, maybe as a combined program, or maybe some data migration that can take place. So to get started, we asked NGOs for suggestion, and what their are thoughts about IVR, and if they are using it, what use cases, what are the challenges, and then we figure out how we can solve them with the help of Glific. So I'll quickly share my screen. Ranjana, I think it's showing me host has disabled the sharing.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
So I'll make you host.
Yeah.
You should be able to share.
Okay. Okay. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the blog that where we have wrote our experience with the recent development we did. And basically, if I need to say in a very simple word, so IVR is interactive voice response system in which you use platforms to call your beneficiaries and communicate with those automation system, where phone calls are the medium to exchange information, or communicate. And Glific, as we all know, it is for the WhatsApp. It's mainly for the WhatsApp right now, where you can connect with your WhatsApp user by sending messages and receiving messages. So these two different systems were there in place, and we tried to integrate both of them, and leverage both of both platform capabilities, and see how we can help NGOs. So Exotel is a famous platform for IVR calls, and which it's a subscription based platform, just like Glyfic, where you have to create an account, and you can you will be provided by a number which is like sort of marketing number, which you can use to call your beneficiaries or your users, or users can also call on that number and communicate with your organization or with your automation systems. So when we started talking about the NGOs, there were like three major requirements we found out. One was that if we get an ability to initiate one-to-one IVR call from the chatbot. Like, if I need to share a use case where a user is in between a chatbot and they are exchanging messages with the chatbot, and somehow they are facing some issue and they want to talk to a person where they can say and discuss it more in detail. So that was one of the use cases where we can give an ability to initiate an IVR call where an NGO person can be on the other side of the IVR, and the user can be on the other side of the IVR, and they can communicate. And with Exotel and or with these IVR system, what is the benefit is that all these calls are getting recorded, and also because no personal numbers are being shared, so it has that privacy and all those things in place. So that was one of the use case. The second use case was to trigger a flow from an IVR call. So take an example where you have created a chatbot and you are promoting it by saying that this is the number, please send a hi message to this so that chatbot can be initiated. One of the NGOs wanted if we can give them a number and say that please call on this number to initiate a chatbot flow. So that number could be an IVR number in which a user will call, and from the help of the integration, we can initiate the message to into their WhatsApp. And the third was to get opt-ins. So this is this is something where most of the NGOs show interest, and they are still working on their use case, how they can think how we can eventualize it and conceptualize this one. So this will be something currently what NGOs are doing to get opt-ins is they're using various mediums. Some of them are using Google Forms, or maybe asking them verbally if we can send them a message, because as per the WhatsApp strict guideline, the consent or the opt-ins are really important. So this is something this is also a very useful use case that came into discussion, that if we can get their opt-ins through IVR. So in IVR, you don't need as such a consent to make an IVR call. You don't need any consent or as an opt-in. So a use case will be something like this. A user is making a call on the IVR system, and sorry, and and the IVR is asking them that if you want to receive a WhatsApp message from our system, press 1, or to skip, press 2, and as soon as they press 1, they are getting onboarded and opt-in automatically on the Glific platform. So these three were the use cases that we got from NGOs, and in this experiment with IVR, we try to explore all these three, and I'll quickly show you in Glific how we are doing it, and maybe a quick demo I'll also demonstrate. So before I move forward, any question, any suggestion, any thoughts anyone has to want to ask?
Vivek?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Aman from Dost Education. I would not understand the second feature properly.
Okay. So the second is, trigger a flow for users via an IVR call. So in this one, if you want your users, there was a use case where one of the NGOs were using the same number, the Exotel or the IVR number on the chatbot as well, and then on their IVR system as well. So and to their users, they give two options to connect with their chatbot. One was to send a message through WhatsApp saying hi on this number, and they will initiate a flow. The second option was to call on this number, and they have set up an IVR menu on the Exotel platform where the user were calling them, and the Exotel flow, we have Glific APIs in the backend configured. So as soon as they were calling them, we were initiating a chat on their WhatsApp. So that was the use case.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I show you, like, the second use case with the help of this diagram. So the user was calling to the exophone of the organization. And as soon as they were receiving the call and they were asking, press 1 or press 2, just to get them started. As soon as they are pressing that desired number, through API, we were making the Glific calls, and then Glific was sending them a WhatsApp message. So now they were just, they can start their conversation on the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood.
Any more questions or any thoughts? Okay.
Sorry. Hi, Vivek.
Yeah.
I'm Rituparna. I was curious about the difference between the second and the third use cases. I kind of missed out a little bit on the third one. Yes. So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I think the second one and the third one, you said?
Yeah. So the third, basically, what's the So
third one is getting the opt-ins. So take an example where you want to take opt-ins from the user to send them a WhatsApp message, and they are in very numbers, and you want to connect them through IVR or make a phone call. Set up a automation system where the calls are getting to them, and a call system is asking them, are you interested to get a message from our organization, and press 1 or press 2. And as soon as they are pressing 1, so through APIs we are onboarding them into Glific and also getting their opt-ins. So right now in Glific, if you have to onboard your users in bulk, we request you to share an Excel format sheet where you have all the numbers, names, and their opt-ins. So with this automation, you don't have to get to your users one by one and get their opt-ins or consent. You can just use this IVR system, which will call them and get their consent, and they will automatically, as soon as they say yes, we want the messages, they will automatically get onboarded to Glific as well.
Okay. All right. And what happens in terms of consent for the previous use case where they are directed to WhatsApp? There we expect the WhatsApp program to then further take in consent.
The second one, you're saying?
Yeah, the second one. So let's say when it triggers a flow, and the flow is a new program for for whatever purpose for the user, and there again you would require the user to provide consent, right? So
So in the second one, it will be we assume that the user is already opted. So
okay, so we are assuming an opt-in from previous.
Yeah, and it can be like any other program. Or in the second one, when we are triggering a flow, so second and third one are a bit relatable, because in third one also we are triggering an opt-in flow for them, basically.
Exactly, that's why I was a little confused before for the difference. Thank you.
So these were the broadly three different use cases where NGO wanted to experiment and say that this is something they can think of and which can help them moving forward. Any more questions?
Hi, this is Siddharth from the Antaram Foundation. I want to ask about the first use case, initiating a one-to-one IVR call. So once the user suppose clicks call me, and on the NGO's end, and on through Exitel, is it possible to have that number that the user is calling connected to different devices or something? So it's not only one singular number. Different people can answer depending on. Suppose there's 2 to 3 support agents, assigned to answer these calls, even if they're in different locations. How does it work?
So currently, what it requires is, as I'm being a user and I want to initiate a call to the NGO support. So currently, what happens is the numbers of the NGO support is something we pre-assume that this is the number where the call will from where the Exotel needs to connect to the NGO person. So that number is sort of like, hard coded or like, pre-assumed that this is the number where the user will be, connected, the beneficiary will get connected to the NGO. And I think as a use case, where we need these different different people to be on the support team, I think that can be done, and we need maybe those logics that if they are calling from this region, this support person should get a call. If they are calling from this region, this support person should get a call. So those arrangements can be made.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So if I try to explain that, how that thing works, like how when you initiate an exit, like an IVR call, when the user initiate an IVR call, what happens in the background. So in this whole use case, 3 numbers get involved. One is the user's number, which is trying to connect. The second is the NGO support number, and the third is the Exotel number, which is the marketing number. So what happens that as soon as the WhatsApp user says that, I want to connect with the NGO support and please call me. So what happens is the Exotel first calls to the NGO support person. And as soon as the NGO support person see that, I'm getting a call from the Exotel, so someone might have initiated the call. And as soon as they receive the call, then Exotel calls to the WhatsApp user number. And as soon they receive that call, both of the NGO person and the WhatsApp user get into the sort of conference call, and they talk and they share and those things. And all this call is also get recorded into the Exotel platform.
Okay, so is it possible to have for the NGO to not share the person number of the agent who's answering? Will it only be the Exotel
It will be the
marketing
Exotel
number?
Yeah, it will be the marketing number. Yeah. So the NGO personal number won't get exposed. It will be the marketing number. So the marketing number will call both the users, and as first the NGO person, as soon as they pick up, then the WhatsApp user.
Thanks.
Yeah. Any more calls before I show you quick demo of like how we thought it, and how you can use it in your program as well.
Just a small question, Vivek.
Yeah.
Follow up to the earlier question. So when the call is made to the WhatsApp user, is that a WhatsApp call or a normal Exotel call?
It's a normal Exotel call, phone call. Like.
Oh, phone call. Oh.
Yeah, my screen is visible to you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the demo flow. I would say that this is something where you can use it, and a use case that you can fit in your chatbot program. So for example, if your chatbot is asking for username, and you say that my name is Vivek, and at some point of time where you feel that your user is not answering as per the expected logic that you have created in your flow. So you're just asking that, hope you're having a good day. Let us know if you're facing an issue in the bot and want our NGO support team to connect with you over a phone call. And now we are asking them with 2 options, yes, call me or no thanks. So as soon as I press this number, in the backend, what happens that this Exotel will get a notification that they need to initiate a call, and now the first call will go to the NGO support, and that number is, as I mentioned earlier, that the number is pre-assumed, and you can see that I'm getting a IVR call now from my on my cell. So what have been done is like he had connected to the NGO support person, in this case to my team member, and now they have received the call, so I'm getting a call, and as soon as I would have picked this call up, so we would both have initiated had conversation. And as I said that the numbers are your personal numbers won't be exposed. This is the marketing number that is calling you and getting in touch with your beneficiary. And the second benefit is these calls are getting recorded, so all those data can be analyzed or in further as well.
And can we set like time, like what time can we answer the call and what time we cannot answer? Can we set those schedules?
I think so far we haven't explored that much in Exotel, but
Okay.
I feel like, in Exotel as well, there might be those configuration that if the number is busy, call divert to this number and all those stuff. So, so we just experimented it with for the initial case, and now we are connecting with NGOs, to give us a real use case where we can really build, explore a bit more and, experiment it with more real use cases.
Ji.
So there has been like few NGOs which we are talking and taking a few of the requirements, but we haven't started working on it. But I presume that that could be the that will be some of the features I think the IVR system provide. That if the support number is busy, maybe divert a call to another support number or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Any more question on this one? Okay. So now this is the use case where the user asked, user wanted the IVR system to call them. Now the next use case was where user is calling to a number. So I will quickly show you how Exotel dashboard looks like. So this is the Exotel platform. It is a subscription-based platform where where you take the subscription. It has a cost involved, and the Exotel then you provides a number which you can use to make a call, receive a call, and the whole phone line system gets integrated. And if I quickly go to the app bazaar, if you guys have very familiar with the Glific thing, so in Glific we have flows, and in Exotel we have something called like app bazaar where you can go and create your flows. So this is our basic flow. So what happens that whenever someone calls to our marketing number, we want them to have an IVR menu where a bot speaks to them, welcome to Glific Exotel, and press 1 for this, press 2 for this. So if I click on this, just like in Glific, we have all those notes. It's a very similar user interface. And you can see here, as soon as someone will call, we will say welcome to Glific Exotel. Press 1 to continue, and press 2 to skip. And we want them just as soon as they are pressing 1, we want a specific flow to get triggered on their WhatsApp. So before I show you that, I'll quickly show you in Glific how Exotel is integrated. So if you go to your Glific account and click on your setting tab, you will see all these cards, and there are different integration platform as well, like BigQuery, Dialogflow, Google Cloud Storage. You can see there is a option to integrate with Exotel, and when you click on edit, you get these options. So currently we are capturing only 3 options. So the first option is which flow we needs to trigger. So as soon as when the user will call on your Exotel or marketing number and give the maybe as per your configuration on Exotel, when the API will get called, this flow will trigger. So this is the ID of the flow, and that you can get it from by editing it. So if I have a flow this, I'll just click on edit, and I can flow, and this 14 is the ID. So I wanted that the user should have reached to a flow with ID 4340, and it should initiated when there is an incoming call, when the user is calling us, and this is our Exotel number. This is the number that Exotel has provided us when we have subscribed to their platform. So what I'll do is I'll quickly try to show you how it works. I'll quickly try call on my to the Exotel number. Meanwhile, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. Account. Press 1 to continue, press 2 to skip. So now, as we have an IVR menu set up here, I'll click on 1. Thank you for your response. We have sent you a message on your WhatsApp. Yeah. And I have received a message on my WhatsApp saying that, it's not being shown right now, but it's saying that, welcome to Exotel, Glific Exotel. So that's how, and this flow can be in your opt-in flow or any other flow you want, to get started as soon as your beneficiaries are calling to your Exotel number. And, from here, you can design your flow such that they can, whatever information you require, they can move forward with that. So, and it can be an opt-in flow. If it's an opt-in flow, we can get opt-ins through IVR. If it's like you're already users are opt-in and it's a new program, so that new program flow will also get triggered and user will get can communicate.
Sorry, one small question.
Yeah.
For let's say the WhatsApp trigger to happen. So let's say the user is calling from a non-WhatsApp smartphone. And so how does that detection happen in terms of getting a WhatsApp flow triggered for the other number, something like that, if you could?
Yeah. So I think for that, we as per the requirement, so I'll share that, one of the NGOs has a requirement where they have 10,000 users data, but they didn't know who has WhatsApp or who doesn't have. And besides that, they also wanted to take opt-ins. So for them, what we suggested to them that, we will create an IVR menu where the user will call them. And the first question will be is this your WhatsApp or not? Press 1 for yes, and, press 2, saying no. And if they are saying yes, then we will say that, and in this case also, user can say, even if they don't have a WhatsApp number, they can say we have a WhatsApp number. So the message won't go out, the message won't get triggered. But as per the use case, I think we can design flows both in Exotel and Glific to support and have an effective conversation with user.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, any more questions, suggestions? So these were the two experiment we did, and I have we have shared our experience in this blog. I'll quickly share into the chat. You can read it from here. All the information we have provided on this blog. And if you have any, if you need to get more information, if you have any use case, please write to us, and we will be very happy to explore it more and work with you closely on this. Yeah, so if no more questions, I think we can move to Siddhant's demo for the mapping section. Okay, yeah, Siddhant, over to you.
I think Tanvi is asking, is there any data with Glific which opt-in method seems to be working the best for NGOs?
Like my question is, if the IVR method has been successful on a regular opt-in, like which method
we
has
still,
been successful?
we still need to experiment or work with NGOs for this. Few NGOs have shared that they want this, but we haven't done a big program. In previous year, we did it for one organization, and it worked. where they connected to their farmers through IVR calls, and as soon as they were giving consent, they were getting onboarded to Glyfic. But we still need some NGOs and use cases and requirements to work on them, and get these comparison data that which method is more effective to get opt-ins.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Siddhant, over to you.
Okay. So, share my screen. Ranjana, can you give me an access, or Vivek, you
Yeah,
can give me an access?
I'll give you access.
So, hello, my name is Siddhant. I have recently joined Glific team. It's been 3 months, and I have been working mainly on backend development. I mainly handle the Glific backend, and so recently um, we started experimenting on R mapping, and which is like a dashboard to show how you can uh, like to show the data basically. And so recently we started working with Rib Benefit, and Rib Benefit is an NGO which um, deals with different data which you get it from. Let's suppose there is one use case where people were sharing the how many potholes they have in their areas. So they wanted to share the location, and based on that location, we wanted to plot that on some dashboard, so we can see clearly like these are the areas which has this number of potholes. So so uh, we have tried with around 9,000 data points which we have currently, and it's I'll share it my screen. 1 second. Let me know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
So when we start our dashboard, so basically this will be the starting point. It will point to the India map, and then we can. Right now, what I'm showing is it's a heat map of different categories which we have, like categories like potholes, garbage collection, and here you can see the category basically. Um, like how's the air quality in different areas and garbage collection. So we have different data set, and we right now we are showing all the heat map which is available. So then you can basically zoom in and see how's the density in particular areas. As you can see here, like this many like this are the densities. Like if you have more densities, it means um, there are some like the data points which is showing more. So these are that, and then if also you can filter it on the basis of like let's say if you want to see just garbage collection. Mm,
So So Siddhant, correct me if I'm wrong. So these data points have been shared by the users via WhatsApp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, they can share their location,
Mhm.
and we store that location in our database, and we are trying to fetch all the data points which we have. Uh, Sorry about this. Um, it's also live right now, so you guys can visit this website and you can see it also. So basically, we are targeting like most our target audiences who are using this dashboard on mobile. So we have made it mobile friendly basically. So this I'm showing it on the web right now. So these features also can be open in your mobile, and so like this is one of the features I was talking about, heat map. So also you can then if you want to see clustering, like the data points, how many the data points you have. So it will show all the data points. Currently we have around 9,000 data points. So it's showing that like this many data points we have. And then if you click on these data points, it will like zoom in, and you can see the details about the particular data point. Like we are trying to pop some of the information about these data points, like, and then you can also change it, and you can link to other resourceful information, like if in this pop-up basically, and then you can see and then you can zoom out here and you can see all the data points. Similarly, these are two features, and then the benefit wanted to use also geo boundaries for the particular location. Like suppose they have shared right now, like we have data points for Maharashtra. So I have district boundaries for that, and like for the Karnataka right now, and then you can zoom in here, and you can see which are the districts are there, and then if you click on it, it will show the properties and description about the particular area, and then you can share it with so these are the data points. And then also we have, if you want to see like just the garbage collection, it will show where it is the data points for garbage collections basically. So right now it's showing, yeah, so we have pop up the data points which only have related to garbage collection problem. So similarly, you can see other filters, and we have also you can also here search the location. If you want to see Pune, you can move here. You can see the location which you want to search. Basically, if you want to see like which are the data points present on different location, then you can move to this location. So this Google search is basically we are using API for Google APIs. So then you basically you can search any location, like suppose I'm searching Hyderabad. So we'll move to, and then this is the like right now we are testing with this. So we have different um, ideas for this, and then we have also we are trying right now. You can zoom into particular cities. Like if you want to see just just the Hyderabad data points, then you can filter um, to that point basically where you will see all that data points. And yeah, so basically this is what we have been doing for around one month. And so Rib Benefit wanted this to use this uh, as a product where uh, people can see the problems which they are facing in their local areas. So right now we are targeting those data points and trying to show through this dashboard. So if you want to open this in mobile and if you want to use it, go ahead. I can share the link and just play with it. And yeah, mostly we have been doing this. Also, you can then other features is like you can zoom out and suppose, and also you can use different maps also. Like right now I have used only light map here, but it has a lot of other maps also. So we are just experimenting with it, so we can um, customize it according to the NGOs what they want, and try to show it here. So yeah, so mostly we are doing this right now. So if someone has any question, I can. I'll share the link in the chat.
So Siddhant, were these locations provided by WhatsApp from the users?
Right now, what we are doing is we have the all these data points, but in future, like our target is that like the benefit will use it our chatbot application, and the users will share the location, and that location we will store in our database, and then we can point to, like then we can use those data points to show it in the dashboard.
Okay.
I think yes, mostly today we have these two new features. One was IVR, where you can get the help from the IVR system to connect with your users and increase your outreach. And the second one is if you have a requirement where you need a visualization, how scattered is your user base, and how they are sharing what information they are sharing, and you have sort of need to visualize it on the heat map, or like in area map. So that is there. So these both are like we did with the few NGO, it has been done with the REAP benefits, and IVR we are still trying with NGOs to give the some requirement and use case. So regarding both the features, if you have any use case in mind, or any thoughts and idea, please reach out to us. We'll be very happy to collaborate and work and take it forward. And I think for today, I think that's all we have.
So hi Vivek, I have a question regarding that IVR call. So you told us, right, the support team call us, right? So yes, call me, that message will appear and we type yes, or like we select yes. So what will happen? Like after that, what is the process? The API call will appear, or what, like basically what we have to, is a normal web call we have to use, or we have to make our API, what that process, what
So
is that?
yeah. So firstly, NGO will be should have their own Exotel account.
Okay.
And that API is of that Exotel account where the NGO support number is mentioned, and the user number is dynamic. Whosoever is saying yes, call me. Chatbot signify that this is the number that it's of the user, and the NGO support number is, we pre-assume that this is the number. So as soon as they will say that just call me, a call will get initiated, and the first call will go to the NGO support. And as soon as they will pick up, then the Exotel will call the user, and as soon as they will pick up, both the parties can exchange conversation. In this whole scenario, only Exotel number will call both the parties, so the personal number won't get exchanged. And apart from that, this call will get recorded, so NGOs can also after some time can go and hear the recording as well.
Okay, so my question is like, yes, they type yes, right? So what the process, like you
Okay.
add a webhook call right there?
Yeah,
Where you will find that webhook call or API in same that platform, Exotel, or where?
I'll quickly share my screen. Siddhant, can you make me host? So that API has been provided by the Exotel, and we have used that only. In which in that API we just need two parameters. One is to whom we are calling and from where we are calling.
Can you show me that?
Yeah. Quickly show you.
How do I make it?
Yeah, just click on my video, and then you will see 3 buttons. Select that, and there will be option, make a host. Just hover on my video.
I'm not able to see this 3.
Maybe just change your view from speaker to gallery. The 3 dots are just beside mute. No.
Can you share it now?
Yeah, I can share. Yes. So is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if I go to this, so this is where I'm asking the user, yes, call me, or no thanks. And as soon as they say yes, call me, this is the webhook that I've been using. And this webhook is provided from
that post call is.
Yeah. This is the post call, and this is the webhook call that is provided from the Exotel.
Okay.
Yeah. And there are some parameters, caller ID, to whom we are calling, from where we are calling. Okay. So these are the options you need to provide, and then you can make a call. So
can
these
I see
are
the body if you.
Yeah, sure. So the body is
okay.
This.
Caller ID from the.
Okay.
So
and this API is they have configured is something like there's an API key, API token, and using all that, then the API gets. So it's not like not everyone can use it, but just who owns that account, who has the subscription of this account, only they can use it. So I believe you will require your own Exotel account to make those calls. And so they have like free trial for 7 days. And
Okay.
yeah. Any
Thank
more
you.
questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you. If there are not more questions, we can end this webinar, and we'll surely see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye.